Yes, people, welcome to another edition of the ManDem United podcast on Sarcasm City TV, hosted by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. I'm not joined by my brother JV, but I do have a very more than adequate replacement. Like I said about everyone who jumps on the show is Cavani-esque substitutions. You get what I'm saying? You won't see anybody terrible on this channel. You get what I'm saying? I'm joined by my Don Daniel in it. You get me? Daniel, what you telling me? You good first and foremost?
I'm better now. I wasn't yesterday, but we move. I'm hearing it.
Yeah. Yo, we move. And if you've not seen Daniel, make sure you follow him on Twitter. Daniel, is it Ogoon7? Is that right? Even though you just told me your surname and that. Yeah.
So we hope on first time in the someone got it bang on, fam.
There we go, man. We trying in it. We trying. So Dan, so make sure you follow him because his recaps the games, whether United win, whether United lose or draw, is hilarious in it. Like I'm a fan of your videos first and foremost, as you already know. That's why I always retweet him in it. You get what I'm saying? Meza Erzl, goal settings. That's my favorite phrase from you. That is the quote. You get what I'm saying? That's my favorite quote. But yeah, we are gonna digest. Yeah, facts. We're going to digest. Obviously, United's lost to PSG. Look ahead to West Ham. Look ahead to Leipzig, etc., etc. To everyone who's watching, whether you're watching live right now or you're watching this back, please make sure you hit the like button on the video. Hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share it across all socials and subscribe to the channel. We're under like I said, we're closing in on 1.5k subs on the YouTube, in it, so make sure you get there. And we're almost at the 4,000 watch hours, which means we can then get monetized. You feel me? So yeah, salute to everybody who is supporting. Shout out the Ugly Gram who says Neymar is so cold. We're gonna get to that. Oh yeah, Ugly Gram, I've not forgot about making you mad. I've just been mad busy in it. Abdi Mahmood says big up Daniel. You know what I'm saying? You got fans, Daniel. Mustafa says hi. Salute to Mustafa. Big up my Don Manny who says yes, man. Then big up. He was on Tuesday's episode. Big up Benjamin. He said, yeah, man. Fake Football TV. Make sure you go subscribe to that. Benjamin says, big up Flawless and Daniel all-star lineup. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Abdi Mahmood said, hashtag Ollie out. The Norwegian rat is finished. Did you see Bruno shouting for subs? We're gonna get to that. Yeah, we're gonna get to that. Wagwan G's. Eddie Muchum says Wagwan G's. Salute to you each and every time. Like I said, to everyone who's locked in right now, whether you're locked in on the YouTube or via my Twitter, make sure you get over to the YouTube and subscribe to Sarcasm City. All right, since you mentioned it, I wasn't gonna start there, but we will start there. Bruno shouting at Ollie to make subs. I'm not sure if Fred had already been sent off or we were 2-1 down. I can't quite remember. Was it 1-1?
Was on the pitch at that moment.
Okay, so all right then, Daniel, we'll start there. Give us your thoughts on when you seen that and what was your thinking behind it when you seen it. Like, what are your thoughts?
Bruno just doing up player manager mode as always, fam. Like, I saw a clip on the weekend when we made it 2-2. Everyone's going, yes, come on. Even Ollie's like, come on, get in. Bruno's like, no. 2-2. We need to win this game, fam. Why is everyone smiling and celebrating? Back there we go, fam. Bruno doing that captain/manager mode as always, fam. I couldn't believe it. Like when I saw it, although I was shocked, I weren't even shocked just because it's Bruno. It's an absolute joke, fam. Anyone could have seen from a mile away. From the second Fred tried to headbutt man and got away with it. I don't know. The man on the payroll it is what it is. That's when you should have said, okay, let's just get to halftime and just take him off. He even had another one just before that where I think we got the free kick, but then I see the rebound. Fred kind of stamps on the guy's foot, so a bit of he goes, he got away with that. Now, half time, just get him off. It's the obvious thing to do. I'll expect to see Spander because someone else running up, but I still see Fred come out. And yeah, I thought even at that point, I thought give it 10 minutes. No, man still played him and he still got sent off. So absolute joke. But I weren't surprised when I saw Bruno do that. I'll be real.
Yeah, because I've never in my lifetime, I can never remember whether it's Manchester United or another team, another player on another team screaming at a manager to make a sub on the pitch. You know what I'm saying? The only one I can remember that's remotely like that is I think Diego Costa was on the pitch playing for Chelsea. I think it might have been under Conte or someone, and he told the manager sub on Fabregas, and Fabregas assisted the goal, and then he ended up winning the game. But that's after the fact he said that. Yeah, that's after the fact he said that. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like to see that really lets you know that he is doing up player manager mode. Like people say it and it's like it's kind of a funny thing, or people say it to get out Ollie type of thing, but to see it live in the flesh tells you all you need to know. Everybody, and I try and defend Ollie because even though I'm Ollie out, I do believe at times he is unfairly criticized. Everybody could see that he needed to be taken off. I didn't see one tweet on Twitter where someone was like, keep him on the pitch. Everyone, it didn't matter if he was Ollie in or Ollie out. Everybody universally said, take Fred off the pitch. I would have took him off before halftime. I would have even waited to halftime, but then you get in at halftime, and the thing is, you have adequate replacements in that role. If you want to keep it defensive, you could have easily brought on Matic and just played Matic next to McTominay if you really wanted to. If you wanted to go a little bit more offensive, then you've got Pogba and Donny. You have 3 options. You literally have 3 options to get me to choose from.
Pogba or Van der Beek.
This is what I'm saying. So to see that, to see that just sums up his reign in it.
It's a joke,
man. Go on. Yes. There's people. And Daniel, we're trying to make sure his internet holds up best it can.
It's just these, like,
so let us know.
It's like you said.
Go on. I think he's froze. Yeah. Yo, Daniel, jump out and jump back in, yeah?
Apologies in advance in it, so.
Nah, it's calm. Jump out and jump back in, yeah? Jump out and jump back in. Don't worry about it and that. We're doing our best, people. Daniel did say before the start of this, his Wi-Fi is not the best. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to get him that wired connection and that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I will get to some of the comments as well. So Gabriel T says, winning mentality. Why? Because he trains with Ronaldo. International breaks, energy rubs off. I hear that he does have that winning mentality without question. Definitely. I really believe that Bruno plays manager mode. Sorry, I'm just trying to get Daniel back in at the same time. Eddie says, why hasn't Bruno been made captain? I think people put too much on that, because I think if you give Bruno the captaincy or he doesn't, if Bruno has the captaincy or he doesn't have the captaincy, it doesn't change anything. He still does everything that he is doing now, because it seems like that's Bruno. Omar Mali says, yes, my guy, salute. Abdi says, did you see how Maguire got spinned twice by Neymar and Mbappe? He's a rotten fridge, 85 million flop. I think that's a bit harsh. First and foremost, look at the numbers. Look at the people you've just named. Look at the people you have just named. You've named Neymar and Mbappe. They will spin most, man. There isn't many defenders who Neymar and Mbappe won't spin. You know what I mean? So I can't say he's a fridge. Like, if he was getting spun by a lesser player, I'd understand. This is 2 of the best attacking players in Europe. You get me? Like elite. That's the correct term. Elite players, isn't it? They spin most defenders. Put it this way, they've spun better defenders than Maguire. You feel me? There's no embarrassment. You know what I mean? Maguire is an embarrassment to the club. He sums up our club for the last 10 years, dead fridge. He's not that bad. I think you lot are over.
I don't know about that, but I hear why he's angry. I get it.
Yeah, I get why he's angry. I just think it's I don't think Maguire is the issue why we lost yesterday. That's what we'll get into. And me personally, I don't feel looking at Maguire. I think I like the lineup, even though I would have preferred the 3 at the back. I think if Axel's not suspended, he might go 3 at the back. But we were in the game. We created chances. Yes,
for a while, like.
It was 1-1 for a while. We went a goal down. Bear in mind, they scored 2 scrappy goals. Maguire, that's one thing I agreed with in Maguire's interview when he said, it's not like they've carved us open. They've scored 2 scrappy goals. We went a goal down, got back into the game. Should have taken our chances. That's on Martial. That's on the players for not taking chances. Cavani hitting the bar is unfortunate. But then the manager's got to be... Yeah, that's unlucky. I think with 11 versus 11, I tweeted this out. I don't think Manchester United lose that game. And that is on the manager. People can blame Fred and say, yeah, Fred needs to do better. How many times was Fred almost booked a second time before he was sent off? Like, Ollie had enough warnings. This is what I'm saying. Innit? He's had enough warnings.
Get 3 warnings, get out of the classroom. Man had 5. Nah.
This is what I'm saying. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, surely if Ollie can't see that, then the coaches around it can see him. And Mick Phelan, a Carrick, someone on the bench, have a word and say, you know what, maybe drag him off. Even Bruno, like we spoke about on the pitch, stated it and said, take him off. Like, we need to make a sub. Because like I said, I think 11 versus 11, we don't lose that game and get through the group. But back onto, we'll go with Ollie actually. I was going to say, so well, give us your thoughts. And obviously, this is your first time on the channel. Your thoughts on Ollie overall and him not taking off Fred.
Plenty before. Has Ollie done a good job since he's been at the club? You could probably say he has. He's got us to Champions League football, which is what we wanted in the next step of our rebuild. But if he used to get us to Champions titles, Premier I don't feel the right guy. He having these small engagement errors which in us over on. Tactically, he has ideas, but like I say before, like against teams which sit back and defend, he doesn't seem to have the answer. He kind of hopes that someone like a Bruno pulls something out the hat, or on weekend, Cavani, for instance, makes 2 half chances and turns them into 2 goals. But against teams that come out and attack us, he seems to know what he's doing. All of a sudden,
I get you.
Sharp, but last night, although starting, I weren't happy with like the shape of the team. Like, I know we're playing PSG and league team, but like you can't put at the back against PSG. Some rubbish team got Mbappe and Neymar. Everyone was telling me, "Oh, it's just
jump
Mbappe
out, Daniel.
Neymar."
Jump out and jump back in again.
Do you not know who these guys are, fam? World Cup winner Mbappe, world class elite talent.
I hear you. Yo, let us know about Daniel's quality if you can hear him or not, because I can hear you breaking up. He's going to jump back in. Like I stated at the very start of the video, he did say his internet connection is not the best, but we are going to work with it best we can. But I caught the gist of what he was saying in terms of he's done a good job overall. That's what he was saying. Done a good job overall. But when the onus is on Manchester United to break teams down, we seem to struggle. But when teams attack us and we have to counter-attack, we seem to be able to know what we're doing. Eddie says, Ollie's decision-making was the difference in that game. It played a major part, yes. Played a major part. I think if it stays 11 versus 11, Manchester United get something out of that game. Abdi said Virgil van Dijk pocketed Neymar and Mbappe twice. That's Virgil van Dijk, who is the best centre-back in the league and arguably in Europe. Name me a terrible centre-back that's pocketed them twice. Name a centre-back on Maguire's level or below Maguire's level that's pocketed them twice. Brother Benji says, 18 watching, like and subscribe. Facts, please make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Also, the ManDem United podcast, we go live every Tuesday and every Thursday, 5 p.m. Normally myself and JV. Hopefully JV will be back next week. Salute to my brother JV. He's just handling business, but we still keep the show rolling. Musavir says, yes, now. Eddie says, we have to play Matic with Fred or McTominay. He's the only DM I trust with the ball. Here's the thing is, I didn't mind the setup. The onus was on PSG and we were in the game. Manchester United were clearly in the game and we created enough chances to not lose that game. People forget United didn't have to win that match. We didn't have to win that match. All we needed was a point. And for poor finishing and bad management, it's a mix of both. We didn't get anything out of the game, and that's unfortunate. Red Talk TV says the defense had a good game up until Fred's red card. Fact, it's not like PSG carved us open. How many saves did De Gea make? Their first 2 goals were scrappy, and how many mistakes did De Gea make? I mean, mistakes. How many saves did De Gea make? Not very many that I can remember. Maybe you lot in the comments can jog my memory of how many saves De Gea had to make. You feel me? Yeah, it's mad. But yeah, so with Ollie setting up, I was saying this before Daniel jumped back in. I would have preferred to have seen the back 3, but the fact he went with the back 4, I understand it. The 2 sitting in midfield, and we were set up and we was in the game. We created enough chances to not lose that game. Defensively, we were good. Their first 2 goals show that. Their third goal was a very good goal. Mbappe was quiet at times. Neymar was quiet at times. PSG are going to have moments as well because they're a good side. Without question. Because they're a good side, they're going to have moments. So let me know, people, your thoughts in the comments. First, the lineup. Would you have went with that lineup? And I want to know not your thoughts now, but what you were saying before that game. Was you mad about the 2 DMs? Would you have preferred United to be more offensive? I think that would have been foolish to be more offensive. I think Ollie got the lineup. The lineup was right. I think it's just did not change in Fred. Why did he not change Fred? This is the thing. Why you have good enough replacements in that position. You know what I'm saying? Daniel here says, apologies, people. My internet is shocking. It's calm. It's calm. Abdi says, Rashford and De Gea out for West Ham game. Ollie players injured because he's not good enough to be the manager. I do agree with the latter part about him not being good enough to be the manager. De Gea, all right, Henderson's an adequate replacement. And even up top, we have Martial, Cavani, Greenwood. So we have options up top. Daniel also says, smash the like button, people. Facts, hit the like button. Shout out Yan City. She says, yeah, I thought United would lose and United lost with a wink. Don't wink at me. RB says Van der Beek should have came on earlier. Yeah, and you lot in the comments, give me your thoughts on the games and any questions you have for me regarding the game also. Jan City says, poor management from Ollie though. Fred caught life and he left him on. And that's the facts of the matter. Me and Daniel just spoke on that in terms of Fred got ample chances. He should have been sent off for the headbutt. Let's get that first and foremost. But when he only got booked for that, surely you pull him off then. I'm pulling him off then. I'm not even waiting till halftime. Okay, you leave it till halftime. Take him off. If you want to go more defensive, you bring on Matic. You know what I'm saying? If you want to keep it defensive and have Matic next to McTominay, if you want to be more offensive, you have two of the best attacking midfielders to choose from. You got Donny in there, and Donny's currently in good form. Or you've got Pogba in there. But yet he continues to leave it. And this is where I can't defend Ollie, and this is where my frustrations lie, because I see him making... That's an easy decision to make. That's not tough in the slightest. Not in the slightest is that tough. No chance is that a tough decision, but yet you still mess it up. And you give people like me who don't believe you're good enough, that backs it up. You're backing up my case. But on to Martial anyway, I don't know what's going on. I think he's a great striker who is just currently out of form. And those two chances he missed, especially the first one, you have to score them. If he scores them, we're having a different game. So that's why I don't fully blame Ollie for the loss to PSG. Is Ollie to blame? Yes. But also, is Martial to blame? Yes, you have to score them. Bread and butter. That's a bread and butter finish. And if there's one player you want it to fall to, it is definitely, without question, Martial. I'm thinking goal. And then even the second one, obviously Cavani's hit the bar, which is unfortunate. Bruno's laid it back to Martial. You expect Martial to score that, and he hasn't. The victorious one says, Pastor Fred let that spirit take hold of him yesterday with that headbutt. Yeah, it's mad. Abdi says, Ollie has a 0% win ratio in the Champions League without a penalty involved. This sums up who our manager is. I did see someone tweet that. I didn't know if that was true, but the fact that you're saying that to me again, you're saying that here shows that it's true, and that's terrible. That's terrible. For a manager of Manchester United, yeah, that is terrible. Daniel says, why play Van der Beek for 12 minutes? I don't understand that. He also says Van der Beek would have dictated the pace of the game like Verratti did for PSG. Yeah, it gives PSG something else to think about. But that's the thing is why I have issues. Say he didn't want to go more offensive and we wanted to draw PSG onto us more. Just play Matic. You can play Matic next to McTominay. Because defensively, they didn't carve us open. They scored their first 2 goals, were very scrappy. This is what I don't understand. I don't get it. It's mad. Red Talk TV says, form is temporary, class is permanent. Give Martial credit for also putting other players through on goal in the game. That's facts. This is why I don't criticize like Martial in terms of overall, like people who say he's not good enough. Yesterday, his finishing wasn't good enough. Do I believe he's good enough overall for Manchester United? 1000%. I just think he's a very good striker who is out of form at the minute. And people fail to realize this. It happens. I've said this before. I don't know if it's Messi and Ronaldo who cause fans and people who watch football to think good and great players don't have dips in form. All top strikers in the past have had dips in form. And Martial is currently having a dip in form. Yes, he scored 22 goals last season, but I don't know what's going on with the season. I believe he is just out of form. RB says Martial should have scored, but people have just been waiting for him to mess up just to blame him just in bad form. I agree. And Daniel mentioned this before we went live on air, that because he's a big fan of Martial. As soon as Martial missed the first chance, Manchester United fans, get this into perspective. Manchester United fans were in his mentions talking about C. It's like, are you not a United fan? If Martial misses that chance, that affects you. But the first thing you do is go and tweet another Manchester United fan. That makes no sense. I would never do that. Whether it's a player I'm a fan of or not, anyone who puts on that red shirt, I'm a fan of. Whether I rate you or think you're good enough or not. Like, I don't think Dan James is good enough to be playing first team football, and he's not been, but I want him to do nothing but the best. Same with Luke Shaw, who's been better this season. Lindelof's been better this season. Or even, say, if Phil Jones is playing. I don't think any United fan think it's good enough. I want him to do the very best. Like, I don't understand that. Like, that's not the time for those conversations. Abdi says, how are people blaming players who put them on the pitch? Nah, Martial's definitely at fault. Yesterday's fully not on Ollie. Is he mainly to blame? Yes. Because 11 versus 11, we don't lose that game, I don't believe. But Martial has to score that. Martial has to score that. He had 2. You know what I'm saying? He has to score one of them. He scores one of them, it's a whole different game. And that's on Martial. That's not on Oli. Yeah. Daniel says, Martial will be back and I'm going to love it. Facts. He says he got 23 goals, 12 assists. To be disrespected so quickly like this, it hurts. Yeah, people disrespect Martial quickly. I don't understand it. And then you get pundits. Like I think I tweeted out, Rio and Scholes always quick to be on Martial's case. But don't say nothing about Oli not bringing him off. Like Oli got it. Put it this way, if Fred stays on and doesn't get sent off and United draw or win the game, it was the correct decision. But if you keep Fred on and he gets sent off and United lose the game, then it was the incorrect decision. You live and die by your decisions as a football manager. And he got it wrong yesterday. Manny says, bro, just want to add to what Dan said about United being a counter-attacking team. I hate when people say Oli wants us to play counter-attacking, free-flowing football. You don't need to train at counter. It's one of them. It's both. That's what I would say to that, Manny. It's both. Like, you want to be able to counter-attack, but you want to have more weapons to your arsenal because not every team you play against is going to want to have the ball and want to attack you. The Champions League suits us because we're playing all the majority of the top teams from Europe or the better teams from Europe, and they're used to having the ball. PSG, Leipzig, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Barcelona, etc., etc. These are top teams in their league who are used to dominating the ball. Yes, you have exceptions to the rule, Atletico Madrid's, etc., etc. But most teams want to, and that suits us because United are devastating on the counter-attack. We are absolutely devastating on the counter-attack. We'll create chances against any team, including Bayern Munich. I'm not saying United will beat Bayern Munich. I'm saying including Bayern Munich. The victorious one says, if only Pogba netted that volley, he needs to be reincorporated into the side with Donny van der Beek somehow. I'm with that. I can't wait to see the Donny Pogba link up. Well, it will happen at some point. The issue is that Bruno's having such an influence, even though he wasn't good yesterday. But he wasn't the only one. I don't think Bruno was good yesterday. There was times where he made the incorrect decision and incorrect pass. And we had enough of the ball to get something on it. 1 second. Please make sure you hit the like button as well, people, on the video, and subscribe to the YouTube Sarcasm City. Exactly. United fans hating on Martial. He's our player. Hating on him will only make it worse. People forget he scored 17 Premier League goals with no penalties last season. And that's my whole point. Surely you want your player to do you want a player in the team you support to do as well as possible. Yeah, criticize him like after the fact. But during the game, that is crazy to me, innit? That is mad to me. I never criticize a player during a game. Yes, if they make a decision, I'll be like, that's a terrible shot. That's a terrible pass. That's a bad decision. But over the top criticism. Bear in mind, when games are on, I ain't even on social media like that. I'm too busy watching the game. So I don't know how so many people are watching the game, processing what's going on and tweeting so quick. Like, I don't get it. Like, that's just, obviously some people do it. Like, my dons do it, but I understand why the likes of Aaron and Saeed do it, because them man are doing watch-alongs and things of that nature. Manny says, but you train phases of play. We can't depend only on counter-attack. That's why we can't win certain games. And I agree with that. We're like a boxer. You need more weapons in your arsenal. It's great being able to counter-punch, for instance, in boxing. But what happens when the boxer you're facing is not throwing enough punches to counter-attack? You need to be able to break him down other places, other ways. You got to be able to jab, go to the body. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Jan City says, I agree. Your players weren't good enough. Only things that are on Oli is leaving Fred on and not playing Donny. No, I hear that. I get what you're saying. That's a mistake. Leaving Fred on is a mistake. Not playing Donny is a mistake. But when you don't get results right, that's what it is. Because like I said, if he leaves Fred on and Fred plays a starring role and United don't lose, then we're talking about it was correct to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for giving people their flowers when it's deserved and criticizing. Oli deserves criticism. That can't be disputed. PSG didn't have a great game plan, but they were very smart in what they did. They came with a plan. Yeah, they didn't have a great game. And that's testament to us. Definitely. 1000%. Shout out my done ads. Make sure you subscribe to GNA TV. He says it was a successful tackle, flawless. They didn't check VAR fouls. Yes, I agree. Fred won the ball. I'm not disputing Fred winning the ball. What I'm disputing is that Fred shouldn't have been on the pitch to make that tackle is what I'm saying. He's already been booked. He already should have been sent off for the headbutt. He gets booked. he had 2 or 3 tackles before that where he could have been sent off. You take him off. Get me? Prevention is better than cure. You take him off. And like I said, you have adequate replacements on the bench. Like I said, if you want to go defensive, you just bring Matic on. If you want to go offensive, you got Pogba and Donny. It's not like you don't have options on the bench. I don't understand that. I don't get it. Red Talk TV says, what do you make of Ollie playing an injured Rashford and Lindelof? Rashford's off his game so bad yesterday. That's Ollie. We've seen him do this before. We've seen him play. We've seen him play players injured before. He's not good enough. That's what it is. That's what it is. We know this. Like, I don't know why we're shocked when a manager we all know is not good enough makes incorrect decisions, like playing players injured, leaving Fred on when he's on a booking. Jan City says, yeah, it wasn't a second yellow, but he caught life for what was a clear red. So obviously any questionable tackle will be a red, and that's it. You've got away with one. Prevention is better than cure. You know what I'm saying? And that's my point. Yes, Daniel says, smash the like button, get them to 1.5k sub. Salute to Daniel. He was on, but he did say beforehand his Wi-Fi is bad, but we're going to try and sort that out. You need to get a wired connection. I'm telling you, Daniel, it'll improve your life, innit? Get an Ethernet cable. Eddie says, Ollie is running all our players into the ground. I don't know if our best will make it through the season on here at this rate. Maybe. One thing that Ollie's lucky on, though, is that we have a good squad. That's what it is. We have options, especially in the forward line. That might be his savior. Yeah, only good against one type of sides. Yes, that is true. That is true. Yes, Ugly Gram, what you're telling me. To everyone who's watching this again, if you're watching this live right now, you're watching this back, please make sure you hit the like button on the video. Hit the like button on the video. Share it across all your socials. So please make sure, if you're watching this on Twitter or my Periscope, go to my Twitter, actually. That's me, Flawless, please, and retweet this, retweet and like it. If you're watching on Facebook, go to the Sarcasm City Podcast Facebook page. Share it. If you're on Facebook, share it to your newsfeed. If you are on YouTube watching this, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Brother Benji says, Flawless still doing bits. Appreciated. Much appreciated. I will be on United Central at 6 with my Don Saeed and Statman Baines. At 6 o'clock, I'll be on with them. And then 7 p.m. I'm on Rance's show for the Ransom Flawless show. Flawless still doing bits. Yo, I'm trying, man. Appreciate it, man. Love for all the support, man. Love for all the support. As long as Ollie is here, we will never win trophies. I hear what you're saying. Ugly Gram, I just keep forgetting I'm going to make you a mod. My apologies. Bruno is getting run in. Brother Benji says, Bruno is getting run into the ground. Facts. The victorious one says, back three if Matic ain't playing. Pogba, Donny, and Bruno midfield. Dalot would have thrived as a right wing back. Tellers as a left wing back. I'm with you. Anyone who's watched me for long enough on these platforms has heard me say the back three is my preferred formation. I've said this. That is my preferred formation. I prefer the back three for other. I think it suits the squad we have down to a T. If you look at the back three, we've got Lindelof, Maguire, Bailly, Axel. So you got Lindelof, Maguire, Bailly, Axel. That's 4. Matic can play as a left-sided centre-back from time to time. Shaw, that's 6. McTominay, we've seen him play. That's 7. Mengi, that's 8. You got 8 men to choose from. You get what I'm saying in that. Wing-backs. You get me? Oh, Wan-Bissaka can play as a right-sided centre-back if needs be in emergency. So that's 9. And then wing-backs, you got Wan-Bissaka, Williams, Tellez. I like to see Dan James there. You know what I'm saying? Ethan Laird. That's 4 or 5 names. Midfielders, we know we got midfielders, so many midfielders from Fred, Matic, McTominay, Donny, Pogba, Bruno. There's 6 man. And we can play 2 strikers. We got 4 top strikers to choose from. We got Martial, Rashford, Greenwood, Cavani. Yeah, that's 4. So that's why I would go with the back 3 personally. That's me though. Yes, keep smashing the like button. That is fact. Flawless Pogba's volley will be goal of the year. Facts if that would have went in. Ugly Graham says, Yan City and Flawless are my heroes. Yeah, man, appreciate that. You lot like me and Yan City, but Yan City extreme. Shame she supports Manchester City, but she's extremely talented. That's why she's over here. You get what I'm saying? Sentiment FC says, yes, Stormtrooper. Big up another day of clone jitsu. Love. Why not? Says hit the like button, folks. Yes, hit the like button, people. Ugly Graham says, Wan-Bissaka is a world-class defender. I think he's top quality, and Tellez is so good. Yeah, man. Like I said, I'd like to see the back 3. That's what I believe we should go with. And I think if Axel isn't suspended, or Luke Shaw's fit, he probably goes with that. Yeah, I mean, we was in the game. Ollie just made a fatal error in not bringing off Fred, and it cost us. Let's hope it don't cost us in the long run. That's what I'm looking at. So onto the Leipzig game. I believe United will get out of the group. I said this from the jump now. If you go shout out my dumb Mr. Aaron United, we did the Champions League watch along on there, and I said from the jump, United will get out of this group. 1,000%. I said United will get out of this group. 1,000%. And I still believe that. We'll go to Leipzig. All we have to do is draw, and we'll get the result. And we have the players. Leipzig have to beat us. You know what I'm saying? And we have enough individual quality and attacking quality to go there and get a result. We've seen them struggle against Istanbul. So they conceded 3 to Istanbul, 5 to us. So they defensively, they can be got at. So I think United will get out of this group. And this is just a blip in the road. I think it is. Ugly Graham says, Manchester's not blue. Get out of here with that nonsense. McFred is so dead. Paredes is a cheat. Nah, man. Fred and McTominay can do a job. And he was doing that job up until that point. Up until he got sent off, he was doing that job. Sentiment FC says, have you talked about what changes you would have liked to have made yesterday? Yes, I did. Obviously, I would have liked to see the back three first and foremost. But yeah, just bring Fred off. I think if we bring Fred off, we don't lose that game. Flawless against Leipzig, we should play 5 at the back. I agree. And Flawless, Ollie under pressure over Fergie time. He will bring the judge. You lot of jokers. Luna King says, like Sir Alex, kick Beckham and Nisselroy at their prime. It's time to kick Martial, Rashford out of the club. Change culture. Get Haaland. Wow. You saying get rid of, I think that's well reactionary. Get Martial. I don't think Martial and Rashford had the problems at this club. Not at all. Oh, is Upamecano suspended? I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't know he was suspended. Please make sure you lot share this. You hear me? Please share the video. Hit the like button. Jan City says, yeah, you will beat Leipzig easily. I don't know about easily, but I think we'll get a result. I just think United will avoid defeat and get through this so-called group of death. I believe everyone was overreactionary. Like that comment from Luna King, I'm open to all opinions, but to get rid of Martial and Rashford is crazy. Like, they're not the problem at this club. They are not the problem at this club. We have many players who need to be gone beforehand. And yeah, Daniel says, mad. That changes a lot. Facts. That changes a lot. Definitely. Also, as well, people, don't forget, this podcast and all the other shows on Sarcasm City TV are available in audio-only platforms. So wherever you listen to podcasts, you can find them. You hear me? So SoundCloud, Spotify, or iTunes, they're all available audio-only. And that's just so you can listen to at home or at work or in the car, etc., etc. Conrad said, Flawless, he got a yellow yesterday, so he's suspended for next week's game. Okay. That improves our chances, definitely, because anyone who's watched me knows I wanted Upamecano in the summer. Or in pre-season, I should say, when the transfer window was open. Do you think the pride of Manchester, as my friend calls it, will let Ollie play 3 at the back at home? If he gets results, yes. This is what we have to understand, and Ollie has to understand. Football fans are fickle, and I'm including myself in that. It's a results business. It's all about results. If Manchester United start to play a back 3 and say, for instance, okay, Ollie's in a title race and United reach the semi-finals of the Champions League and win an FA Cup or League Cup. I'm saying that, for example, and start to play better football with a back 3. Everyone's on board with it. Everybody's on board with it. We are results. We are results-based people. That's what I want to say. It's a results business. What have you done for me lately? That's what football is. We're all about results. You hear me? So this whole United way in nonsense, playing 3 at the back. 3 at the back can be very offensive. People forget this. Any formation, hear me when I say this, any footballing formation can be offensive or defensive, depending on how you play it. You got to think with a back 3, not only can you get 2 strikers and 2 10s in there. Name a formation that's more offensive than that. You can get 2 strikers, 2 10s at 8, and 2 wing backs. 2 strikers, 2 10s, 2 attacking wing backs, and an 8. That is, I had to turn my fingers around to make sure 7 out of your 10 outfield players. 7 out of your 10 outfield players can be attacking players in the back 3. So it can be very offensive. I don't know where the stigma came from just because there's 3 centre-backs. Same way when you play 4-4-2, you can play 4-4-2 and it can be defensive. I always use Tony Pulis at Stoke. People talk about his football being defensive and pragmatic. Tony Pulis played, this is for younger viewers who might not know, 4-4-2 with 2 out-and-out wingers. He played Everton and Pennant on the wings. Nobody was calling that offensive. But yeah, 4-4-2 is on paper, looks the most attacking. So any formation, it depends on the mentality of it. A back 3, you could have all your attacking. You can have 7 out of your 10 players attacking. Luna King says it's just the fan base that Martial and Rashford bring, toxic and willing to blame others for their inconsistency. Them out and Haaland in will bring trophies and worldwide audience again. Here's the thing, they'll say Haaland's young. Haaland's going to go through issues. You know what I'm saying? And so United, because of the worldwide fan base we have, is always going to have toxic fans. That can't be stopped. So say, for instance, we get rid of Martial and Rashford. Haaland then comes in. Say Haaland starts playing poor. Would you then want Haaland out? We can't let toxic fans dictate what we want to happen with our team. I don't. The victorious one says, even a 4-3-3 turns into a back 3 when the DM drops and CB split during build-ups. That's my whole point. Any system can be offensive or defensive, whether it's 4-4-2, 4-5-1, 4-3-3, 3-5-2, 3-4-3, any Christmas tree formation, a 4-4-2 diamond. Bro, Chelsea won the league with a back 3 and still played good football. If anything, this formation allows you to be more attacking. This is what I'm saying. It depends how many attacking players you put in it. If you put defensive players in a lineup, you're going to get a defensive formation. If you put offensive players in it, you're going to get a more attacking lineup. Why not Sentiment FC says, if it wasn't you, Yan City, comments like that, you would have to put you on mute. Haha, joking. Yeah, fact, Shah, I done Yan City each and every time. Eddie says, they'd hate on Haaland too. This is it. This is what our fan base does. We'd hate on Haaland. We'd hate on Sancho, Upamecano if he came in. Someone mentioned Ndidi. That's who my top pick is as a DM, is Ndidi. Sorry, I missed the comment. My apologies. It's Ndidi. Yan City says, lol, how rude, just stating facts. Nah, get out of here. Yes, ugly grammar, I agree. Joke thing. I love you, you know, Yan City. Ollie plays the football we hate, so that's why he won against us so much. Yeah. Yes, make sure you subscribe to Manny. Definitely Fake Football Fan TV. Make sure you subscribe to Daniel's channel as well. Please put that. I don't know if Daniel's still in the comments. Please make sure, mods, put Daniel's channel in the comments also. Thank you. But yeah, indeed, is definitely the player I want. Luna King says, trust me, since Martial and Rashford, our Manchester audience has overpowered worldwide audience. It has become more regional. It has become more regional club since 2015. I'm a sports admin myself. Trust me, it would work. Yo, toxic fans is going to happen. Toxic fans is going to happen. So we get rid of Martial and Rashford. Haaland comes in and then plays poor. You're going to be telling me the same thing. You can take out Martial and Rashford's name and put Haaland and Sancho in there. Don't let our fans Ollie gets away with it, because Ollie should be getting more out of both of them players. Ollie should be getting more out of both of them players. Daniel says they would destroy Haaland, stiff baller, but great goal scorer. This is what I've seen. I've not seen a lot of him, but from what I've seen, he doesn't seem like the best technical baller. He knows where the goal is, but we had one of them in Lukaku who knows where the goal is. So it's like our strikers is not a problem. Our attack is not a problem. Our front three last season outscored Liverpool's front three. The issue Manchester United have is inconsistency. And where does consistency come from? Yes, the players are to blame in that. It comes from the manager. It comes from the manager. If we win our game in hand, I think United are 3 points off third or fourth or something, or 3 points off the top or something like that. Haaland supports City and Leeds. United ended his dad's career. I really can't see him joining United. It is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. But yeah, so that's why I don't agree. That's getting rid of Martial and Rashford is not the way forward in the slightest. To me, and it is not the way forward. There's bigger issues. Get rid of the manager. That's what I would say, because the league is wide open. If you look at the quality of the league, the league, you can be in a title race. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying Manchester United can win it. I'm saying you can be in a title race. Look at the Champions League. I say it all the time. Take out Bayern Munich. I think they're clear of everybody else. There's no other standout teams in the Champions League. Real Madrid and Barcelona are not where they were. Yes, Juventus have Ronaldo, but they're not what they were. Inter Milan are struggling in their group. We also forgot we can see what PSG and Leipzig, no great shakes. Liverpool, all the injuries they've got. All right, Chelsea are there. Who else is there? Worldwide can't be toxic. It's only regional fans that support Martial, Rashford are toxic. Trust me, once they are removed from the club, worldwide audience only likes good football. They don't support regional. But I'm a regional fan. So I don't understand. Am I a toxic fan? Like, I'm lost to where you're going with that. You've lost me. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, me. Worldwide, because yes, you can be toxic as a worldwide. You can be a toxic fan anywhere in the world, innit? See, this is what I'm saying when I say people overcomplicate things, innit? Like, that's enough. To me, that's nothing to do with nothing. I'm a regional fan, and I support both Martial and Rashford, but I'm not a toxic fan. Haaland is a Liverpool fan. All Norwegians, whites are Liverpool or United. Well, makes sense. Yeah, man. Make sure you subscribe to Daniel's channel. I'll put that there. His dad played for City and Leeds, though. If he supports Liverpool, that makes it even less likely to join United. I don't want Haaland. The last thing Manchester United need is more attackers. We need a hold, unless it's a right winger. If we're getting a right winger, cool. But we don't need any strikers. We don't need any more left-sided players. We don't need any more 10s or 8s. We need a holding midfielder, centre-back. That's what we need. Right winger, holding midfielder, centre-back. They're the 3 positions we need to fill. Where was he? Jeremiah, shout out Jeremiah. He says, yo, Flawless, how do you feel about Diallo coming in January? Excited. He looks good. I've heard a lot about him. Shout out to the journalist Rob B. I did a show with him and Aaron on Aaron's channel a few weeks back, and he was talking about him and saying how he rates him highly. So I'm glad about it. Like, I'm looking forward to seeing him come in, and he might solve that right wing issue that we have. Not issue, that's a bit wild, but yeah. That's a whole 3 clubs that hate United. Yeah, that's facts. Yeah, I'm regional too. I don't agree with that, to be honest. I love Martial. Yeah, I don't get where he's going with that. I'm Manc born and bred. Like, you can hear by the accent. I'm Manchester born and bred here, so I don't get it. But Jan City is the same thing with Pulisic. He is a United fan. He plays for Chelsea. Same with Raheem Sterling. He's United and plays for City, Liverpool. Yeah, it depends on how deep your allegiances lie. Unless you were born here or it's like in your family, you'll probably play for someone else. Like, if I'm a professional footballer, I'm not playing for Liverpool. Whereas I know Jan City, if she's a professional footballer, she's not playing for Manchester United because that's ingrained in our DNAs type of thing. But if you're from a foreign country, it might not be in your DNA like that. See, I did not mean to offend you anyways. I just want the best for a club. Nah, not offense. I was just confused in it. If I was offended, I would tell you because you were very respectful with the way you put it. This is why I try and be respectful back. I was just confused by the regional thing. That's all it was because I'm a regional fan. That's it. Very true, but it's a bit different when it was your dad playing and his career was ended by them. Who knows, though, anything can happen. I swear it was Haaland's other knee. Everyone says Keane injured him, but I swear it was his other knee. I could be wrong, though. Because Keane hit the right knee, but I swear it was his left knee. I swear it was his left knee, but I don't know for sure is what I'm saying. I don't know for sure. Might do these by myself more often as well. Obviously, get guest shout to Daniel who was on. Make sure you go follow him because, like I said, his reviews after his match reactions after are hilarious. It's Daniel Ogun 7. Yeah, me. So that's Daniel OGOUN 7. Make sure you follow him on Twitter. Yeah, Yancy is on point with his stuff. Yeah. Haaland was born in Leeds, then it makes sense. Yeah. If he's born in Leeds, you could argue it's in his DNA. But like I said, with his dad, I swear it was his other knee, but it is what it is. Obviously, I'm a big Roy Keane fan. Man's got both autobiographies, etc. So, yeah. See, once Martial and Rashi is out, your regional bias would not be up for debate because Haaland will be up front and winning his trophies with help of other world-class players we have. Bless you. Good day. I just don't think we win trophies with this manager. You know what I'm saying? I believe this squad is good enough to win trophies now, yes. I just don't think it's good enough. I just don't think the team is good enough with this manager in charge. We definitely should be in a title race. With the way the league set up this season, my boy JV said it. This could be a Leicester type season. This is why you see Southampton top of the league, Leicester top of the league, Chelsea in a title race, etc. Even though I still believe Liverpool will win it, we could be in a race, and that type of experience is invaluable. It's just being in a running. I just want to be in a race. It's been 7 years since Manchester United have been in a title race. It was like, let's go for it. Fred wasn't a true headbutt. He just tried to swipe Ollie's iPad with his head. You're a joker, Shiver. Eddie says this today when you link up with Rants. Yes, people. So at 6 o'clock in 10 minutes, I will be on United Central with Saeed and Statman Baines. And then following that at 7 o'clock, I'll be on Rants' channel for the Rants and Flawless show. So yeah, make sure you lock in. The numbers just shut up. Please make sure you got 19 people watching right now. Hit the like button on the video, please. Hit the like button. Let's get these watch hours up so we can monetize, because you lot have been asking for super chats. So yeah, we're under 400. Yeah, so you need 4,000 watch hours and we're under 400 away. You know what I'm saying? So we're almost closing in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to that 1.5K subs before the year's out. That's what we're trying to do. Get the watch hours up to get monetized and also get to 1.5K before the year is out. Then it's rolled to 2K subs. I got all the United goal signature. All I am waiting for is the flawless one. Yeah, you're a joker, Omar Mali. Therefore, the starting lineup was not too bad apart from dropping Donny, but Ollie should have been tactically better. His naivety is there for everyone to see. Yeah, we know this. And this is why I have an issue and why I'm Ollie out, because he's not good enough. Because if you got a tough decision wrong, I'd fall back, even though you get paid millions of pounds. But that was an easy decision. Everyone could see. You're the only person in Manchester who was like, let's keep Fred on, you and your team. And that is unforgivable. Daniel says here, smash the like button, people. Make sure you smash the like on his video. Make sure you subscribe also. Mandy says, love to you, man. Just subscribe to the channel and big up yourself, Lawless. No good vibes podcast this week. So much happening on my birthday tomorrow, but adding Aaron's video out tomorrow at 12. Make sure you go subscribe to Fake Football TV, because the circle's strong. You feel me? You'll see me on there. You'll see Manny on here. You'll see me on Daniel's channel. You'll see Daniel on here, etc. We all working. Yeah, we all working. Smash that likes, people, says Omar Mali. Ugly Ram says, Daniel, big fan of your channel. Congrats on 1.5K. Yeah, congrats. Get me, Eddie. Make sure you subscribe. Shiva says, how many times after a loss does he say that he was wrong? Yeah, I get you. I understand. I get it. I get it. Trust me. I understand. I get it. I get it. But yo, that's Ollie for you, innit? That's Ollie for you. Like, that's what he's like. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know this. This is why I don't get mad no more. If you look at me on here or my immediate reaction on my social medias, this is why I don't get mad, because I know this manager's not good enough. I already know. Man, break up the Dutch Geese connection. Ollie out. I'm Ollie out because I believe a better manager gets a lot of these players, because there's a lot of goals there. There's a lot of goals and creativity in this team. There's a lot. Yeah, Bruno did keep calling for the subs. He did. Any more questions you lot have, get them in now just before I close out, because I'm literally going to close out in 2 minutes. Flawless, people don't realize Flawless, people don't realize two of the best attackers was against Wan-Bissaka. And when they tried to dribble past him so hard, they passed it backwards. Wan-Bissaka is going to be special. Yeah, facts. I'm with Wan-Bissaka, and he looked better going forward. He's getting better on the ball too, and people are not giving him credit for that. He's looking better on the ball. I hope you lot have enjoyed the show. Obviously, for the majority, shout out Daniel, but for the majority, it's been me by myself. So I hope that you've enjoyed it. I will do more of these. Definitely over Christmas as well. I'm going to do something over the Christmas period for you lot. Definitely do something over the Christmas period for you lot. So Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, there'll be some form of content. I don't know what. It will be involving Yan City. She'll be involved. I don't know how many days, but she'll be involved. More people from the circle will be involved. I'm sure Manny will be involved as well. And the rest of the squad, you feel me? Hopefully JV will be back next week. Please make sure Agenda FC tomorrow. So that's the new show on Sarcasm City TV. That's the most recent edition. Myself and Tox just discussing Tox's hot takes. Tox has a lot to say. If you follow him on Twitter, Tox2K1, obviously that's my Cody, that's my brother. So make sure you follow him. Agenda FC will be live on this channel tomorrow, 7 p.m. Then Saturday, you've got the Gyardam City podcast with Yan City and Rose at 11:30. Then Sunday, you have the Sarcasm City podcast at 7 p.m., non-footballing podcast. And then 8:30, you got the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A with Tox, Yan City, the twins, my big bros, AV8 and Mikey. But yeah, I think that's everything. But yeah, man, love every time. Please make sure we need Musa on the Sarcasm City podcast. We will make that happen. Please make sure you get over to United Central right now, because we'll be going live in 5 minutes. Get over to United Central right now, because we're going live at 6. Saeed featuring Statman Baines and myself. And this has been, shout out 016 Val. Appreciate it. This has been the ManDem United podcast on Sarcasm City TV. Thank you very much for tuning in.